It's Victoria, aka Bigtoria to Victoria on Instagram. Thanks for checking out my channel. I did this vlog because I have an opportunity to document my weight loss journey from the start this time. I have been overweight my entire life. I'm 31 years old. All I know is being overweight. I don't know what it's like to be thin or normal sized. I've always been obese. So I grew up with a lot of family pressure and social pressures to be thin. I mean, who hasn't really? I mean, just look on the TV or read a magazine or get online, honestly. So I'm yet again starting over with my weight loss journey. My last attempt was last year. I started on January 5th, 2015. One of my girlfriends asked me to be a bridesmaid, and so I was like, awesome, this will be a great motivator. I need to lose weight because I don't want to look just completely huge in this bridesmaid dress. So I actually ended up losing 50 pounds, and it was great. I felt awesome, but I'm a creature of habit, and I kind of thrive on routine and structure. So when interruptions or surprises happen, everything kind of crumbles for me. So back in August, so I got to my 50-pound mark in July, and I was thrilled. It was awesome, and I felt super proud and just ready to keep going. But so in August, I had these stomach issues that made me really uncomfortable, and I had a lot of pain. It went on for like 3 or 4 weeks, and when I'm uncomfortable like that, I turn to food and I just eat my face off, or face on, really, actually, technically. So that threw everything off, and I gained like 10 or 15 pounds. I didn't get any answers as far as what it was, but it ended up going away. And then shortly after that, I went to Vegas for my friend's bachelorette party. And of course, vacation is another interruption of routine. A fun interruption, but an interruption nonetheless. So that, I gained a little bit more weight after that. Then it just kind of, my weight loss journey kind of went, by the wayside, and I kind of wasn't trying as hard. Then I gained a total of like 25 pounds back, and I was like, okay, I gotta nip this in the bud. I gotta stop this before I'm back to square one. But then it was kind of funny, not funny haha, but funny like that's stupid. The same day I decided that I got appendicitis, and so same day I got an appendectomy, and of course the incisions had to take time to heal. I couldn't wear normal pants until my incisions healed, but I'll tell you a secret, I haven't worn real pants since October, which is when I got my appendectomy. And that was after the wedding had come and gone, so I already passed the deadline that I had set for myself, which is the number one mistake that I make every time. I always set a deadline based on an event or something like that. So when the event comes and goes, a mental switches off, and I'm suddenly not on weight loss mode anymore. And I haven't been since basically August. So I've just been gaining ever since then, really. So my current weight, wait for it, is 270.7 pounds. Now, the highest weight I've ever been was 273, but when I started back in January, I was 270.1. So I'm officially 0.6 heavier than my last starting point. Historically, every time I gain my weight back, I always end up heavier than my last starting point. So this has got to be the last time. Another wake-up call that I got was just last month. I surprised my husband for his 30th birthday with a trip to Six Flags. Now, the last time we went was in September, and that was when I was about 40 pounds lighter. And I knew I was going to have issues this time because that time I almost didn't fit in one of the rides. So being 40 pounds heavier this time around, I knew that that was going to be something I'd have to face. And sure enough, the second ride that we got on, once we showed up, the seatbelt wasn't long enough. And of course, the gal who was manning the carts and making sure everyone was buckled up said out loud, of course, to me, you're going to have to move to the back because the seatbelts are longer back there. So that was cool. That was really cool. Then the third ride that we got on, the gal had to hold the harness down in place until the ride locked before she could let go and walk away. So that was super not embarrassing or anything. But from then on, my husband would help me on future rides and make sure I was situated before getting in his own seat. Bless his heart. But yeah, that was definitely a wake-up call and, depressing, a bit discouraging, but, now it's time to move forward. And of course, I had hopes that once the new year started for 2016, that I would make that my starting point as well again. But of course, it didn't work out that way. I just have been really unmotivated and I just can't get it together. But in addition to working on my fitness and eating, I'm definitely going to need to work on my mind because I don't know what to do about this, because I have all of the knowledge in the world to be fit, be healthy. I have all the resources that I could ever need for that. But for some reason, my mind will not let me follow through. This is probably my 4th or 5th time trying to lose weight. Seriously. Of course, hundreds of times I've woken up and said, okay, I'm going to start eating healthy, but then it doesn't happen. But this is probably my 4th or 5th serious attempt. Like, I'm proclaiming to many people that this is my starting point again. So the silver lining in gaining all of this weight back is that this time I can document my journey from the start. I've seen so many others out there who have been doing the same thing, and it's so inspirational and it motivates me. And I want to add to that mix. Even though I'm struggling to find my own inspiration and my own motivation, I want to be able to give that to someone else, if anyone will have it. So if you guys have any advice or words of encouragement for me, that would be great, because Lord knows I need it. And particularly if you have anything about how to combat the mental games that come along. So I'm going to try to keep this vlogging thing up because, like I said before, I have an opportunity to start from the beginning this time. So I really want to take advantage of that, especially for the times down the road when I hit my future milestones. This will be nice to come back and look at where I've come from. So follow me on Instagram if you'd like. It's Victoria2Victoria. And give this a like if you want to. And I will check you all.